Hello Capricorn, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the first half of October. We're going to be taking a look and to see what Spirit needs you to know about your connection. General reading, as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from this what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, there's a bit of a wait for that. I am fully booked, I believe, currently through the 22nd. But if that's something that you'd like to purchase, you're still more than welcome to do so. All of that information is down below on my website. All right, Capricorn, so we'll dive right into this, guys, and take a look and see what Spirit needs you to know at this time. These are the three decks that we're going to be using for your focus messages, Capricorn. The first is by Mystic Moon, Signs from Spirit, Love Oracle. And then we'll grab your next message from the Lost in Time deck by Calico Moon. And lastly, the Sacred Ancient Wisdom Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right, so let's get into this and let's take a look and see for you, Capricorn, what comes through here. All right, so what is Spirit's message to you from this deck to start things off? Guided to this one. Ooh, nice. 999. Profound lessons are at hand. Completion of a cycle is near. Okay, so I feel obviously it's different for every person. You'll know exactly what cycle in your life you're dealing with and what needs to complete, whether that's a good cycle, whether that's a really toxic cycle, whatever it is. You'll know what it is that you're being told here through this lesson that you're learning at this time. We're gonna have to see what the other cards say, of course, but that's a very specific message for some of my Capricorns here. All right, Lost in Time Oracle. And also, if you happen to be seeing triple nines, that as well is a sign for you. So pay attention to that. Let's grab this one here. Other worlds, different times, someday, somehow, some way. So maybe you and your person at this time, Capricorn, you're not connecting. You guys are literally not in the same world, different time zone. You know, they could live really far away from you. This could also be an indication that perhaps someday you guys can figure out a way to bridge the gap between the two of you. Okay, so we're going to have to add to this, of course. So right now, you guys are just not on the same path, living in different worlds right now. All right, so let's add your third focus message here, Capricorn. Okay, guided to this one. We've got pathway coming through. Follow your own path. You do not need to follow another. Isn't that interesting? You know, so here's the thing. You and your person, as it says here, other worlds. You're not even either in the same time zone if you guys live countries away, or you're just not having the same vision as to what it is that you're wanting in the connection, or you guys are just traveling down very different roads in your life. This is a message for you, Capricorn, letting you know that, first of all, profound lessons are at hand for you. There is a completion of a cycle that the angels are wanting you to be aware of, and that it's coming to a close. It's nearby. And now you're being directed to really go your own way, follow your own path, what feels right for you. If your person is going down a road that you're not meant to travel at this time, you can't force that, you know? So follow your own path right now. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself there. Let's add to this, of course, with some messages from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. So why are you guys in different worlds right now, Capricorn? Someone's got some regrets here. Look at the next card. We've got Dark Night of the Soul. So from these two cards here, Capricorn, I tend to pick up mostly off of masculine energy from these two cards. That's just me as a reader for this particular deck. But if it's reversed for you, if this is feminine energy for you, then absolutely take it that way. So what I'm feeling more so is my masculines. They've got some major regrets over how things played out between the two of you. They could be really anxious, really depressed, just in a very dark space right now. And the only way to get themselves out of that is to follow their own path. Isn't that interesting? To learn whatever lessons they have to learn. So really, all of these focus messages apply to the both of you in however way you need to apply it in your own situation, in your own life right now. Because you're traveling down your own path, Capricorn. Your person is going down a very different road. And perhaps, as this card says, someday you guys will find a way to meet up with each other again. But right now you're traveling down very different paths. And feminines, if this is your masculine right here, they've got some work to do on themselves. And perhaps you've got work you have to do on yourself. So this distance, this time apart might actually be a blessing. Look at this. You guys are coming through as a twin flame connection. Perhaps you already know this. So even though you're not together, you still feel their energy. I mean, you will forever feel drawn to this person if this truly is a twin flame connection here. That mirror soul, that very special soul connection between two people. And my feminines, perhaps you walked away from it. You abandoned this connection for whatever reason in your situation. And now we've got someone here dealing with the regrets of what happened between the two of you and why things ended up not working out. And then we have awakening, which is good, especially for the masculine. To get the masculine out of this dark night of the soul, they have to go through this awakening. That's a part of their journey. And then we've got the mask. Okay, so this masculine could have been wearing this false mask with the feminine, not being truthful, hiding things from the feminine. And maybe my feminines, you had enough of that. So it really makes sense that there's a cycle that's phasing out here between the two of you, because something wasn't working. Something was not working here. But we do have the spring, which I love, because if you look at this particular card, okay, other worlds, different times, someday, somehow, some way. And we've got flowers blooming right here. We've got flowers blooming right here. So possibly during the spring season, there can be potential growth in the partnership once again. But in order to get there, there's a part of the cycle for this connection that needs to go, because it was not working. And you know this. They know it too. So there's a potential for growth, but there's also the need for lessons to be learned. You've got destruction, which is the tower moment in this deck for me. Okay, that destructive energy. That unexpected event that happened between the two of you that was painful, that broke you guys up, that caused you to go your separate ways. And that's why you guys are following very different paths right now. This time between the two of you was very chaotic. It was painful and it was hard. No way around it, Capricorn. And if you're feminine tuning in, here's your masculine right here, I feel. I mean, look at the energy. Look at these energies in these two cards. It's pretty heavy stuff. So if the masculine was the cause of this destruction, they know it. But, you know, again, we're not blaming anybody here. If it's not a masculine for your situation, and if it's a feminine, then absolutely interpret it to tailor your situation. But this, for me, represents a tower moment. And whoever is in this space of regret, they are definitely grieving the fact that you guys are not together, that this relationship fell apart. But a tower moment can make you stronger also, because you were meant to go through it, perhaps. You were meant to learn lessons, which that's the very first card that came through here. Profound lessons are at hand. Completion of a cycle is near, okay? So whatever lesson this tower was meant to teach you and your person, perhaps you're at the tail end of that lesson, Capricorn, and hopefully your person is as well. Because this represents conflicts right here, separations, two people who went their separate ways. What could have caused that? Look at this next card. We've got a third party. That's what caused it. So there was more than likely infidelity going on here. That's why we've got this mask right here. Somebody was being dishonest, entering into third-party situations, or created a rift between the two of you that created such an insurmountable challenge that you guys had to go your separate ways. It doesn't always have to be cheating and infidelity, but because these two cards are here, for the majority, it is. It is. And it is this third party that caused this. Destroyed something beautiful in this twin flame relationship. Yep. That's what happened. So we'll dig a little bit deeper, guys, and let's see what else. This is the Divine Love Soul Connections deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Let's add to this. Let's see if we can turn this around to bring you guys back together. Clearly, you had a very painful breakup here. We've got autumn. Be thankful, okay? So the autumn season, which we are in, we've got pumpkins, we've got Halloween coming up, we've got Thanksgiving right around the corner. So something could happen around that time. You might hear from them. They might hear from you. There could be a social event where you guys run into each other during this time of year. This could also play a significant role or just bring up memories of past seasons when you guys spent time together around this time of year. But, you know, it's interesting how it says be thankful. And going back to the whole tower reference of a blessing in disguise, I really do feel here, Capricorn, that it's meant to teach you a valuable lesson. So be thankful for that, because it's going to help you to grow from where you've been. And that's why we've got this spring card coming through here, because after having gone through something so painful and difficult, you have no choice but to go up. You know, you may have hit rock bottom, and this is what's going to help you grow from that experience. We've got in the feels, feeling blues. Okay, I'm not surprised, especially when we've got somebody in this dark night of the soul energy and having some major regrets over their actions, what they either did or failed to do, what they said or failed to say. But somebody clearly abandoned ship here and decided to detach from this relationship. Went their own way. They're following their own path. And then we have confusion. Yeah, so, you know, somebody has to clear up this confusion, because this is very Two of Swords here. There's a stalemate here. So there's not a whole lot of movement going on. Someday, perhaps there will be. Autumn season, which we're in, possibly the latter half of this season, or the spring season. Those are time frames that are popping up here. So someone needs clarity here to be able to do the right thing, to create healing in this situation. We've got entanglements coming through here. We already have the third party card, so the entanglements are with other people. And that's what really wreaked havoc here in this connection, Capricorn. Look at this card. Hear no, see no, speak no. Hear no evil, speak no evil, speak no evil. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is how you're handling the situation when it comes to this person. It's like, I don't want to hear you right now. I don't want to see you right now. And definitely don't want to speak to you right now. And then we've got forever. Okay. So despite where you guys are at, maybe there's still a chance to turn this around. So you can have this forever with your person. It's going to take time, and it's going to take growth, and it's going to take cycles that need to complete in order to open up new cycles for you and your person. All right. So we're going to add some tarot to this. This is the Pining Rose Tarot by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else do we need to know here? Is there a chance for you and your person to reconnect and have this forever with each other? Or are you done because of this third party situation? We do have the I can't speak today. We do have the Page of Pentacles, okay? Some of you guys, this is your own energy here, especially for my masculines, I feel. And in this particular deck, it does say a young person with good news, a financial opportunity, laying the foundation. And isn't it interesting how the Tower really gets rid of an unstable foundation, and it helps you to rebuild on a much stronger foundation. The thing is, though, I kind of feel this card was coming up in the reverse, so that's how I'm going to read it. In the upright, this masculine, my feminines, would have been coming towards you, ready to rebuild that foundation and structure in the relationship. But my gut, just the way those cards were flying onto my desk, I feel that was wanting to come up reversed. That's my interpretation of it. That's how I feel it was coming through. And the Page of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who is not ready to commit, and that they're lazy. They can't be lazy if they want to fix this. They can't be lazy if they've got lessons to learn. They can't be lazy if they want to go through this awakening. They have to put in the effort. They have to put in the work in order to get here, because this is the next card. You've got the Sun right here, Capricorn. Happiness, illumination, success, positivity. I love that. What's being illuminated is the pathway that you're meant to travel right now. And your person, especially my feminines, I feel if you're watching for this masculine, their path needs to be illuminated as well, so that it can get them out of this darkness right here, so that they can have the clarity to do the right thing, to come towards you with the best of intentions, instead of entering into third parties, being deceptive with you, doing all sorts of shady shit, whatever the case may be. So there's a chance you guys can have forever and happiness, come back into union. And if what you're wanting with this person is marriage, or if you guys were married but in separation right now, it can be revived. It could be fixed, because the Sun is absolutely the most positive card in tarot. So it's not impossible, but there has to be effort here. There has to be effort. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Wonderful. Right next to the Sun. Fantastic. Good luck. This is destiny. Good karma. A turning point in this situation, a turning point in your life. And that there's a possibility this can still come back around. But just because they come back to you doesn't mean they're good for you at the time that they return. You have to be mindful of how they're coming towards you. Have they actually learned their lesson? Or are they still a mess? Are they still in this dark night of the soul? Have they gone through their awakening? Have they learned their lessons? Are they remorseful for their role and what caused the breakup to begin with? These are things that you need to assess, Capricorn. And if they're not coming towards you correct, then you need to be mindful of that. Because you can enjoy this energy of the Sun on your own. And perhaps that's why it says follow your own path. You do not need to follow another, especially if the path that they are traveling is not a good one. Even if you love them, even if you see this person as your twin flame, if their life is a mess, you don't want to get in the way of that. Otherwise, you're standing right here, right in the path of this destruction. That's not where you want to be. We've got the Seven of Wands right here. So some of you guys might be dealing with a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Standing up for what you believe in. You got to believe in yourself first. And if you believe in reconnecting with this person, then we got to deal with what were the challenges? What broke you guys up to begin with? And the Seven of Wands, there's competition there. Who are you competing with? This. And this. Whatever drama they've gotten themselves entangled in. And if they're still in this drama with this person or persons or situations that you don't want to be a part of, you don't have to be. That's the beautiful thing about free will. You don't have to be. You don't have to travel the same road that they're on if they're being destructive, if they are engaged in toxic situations, if they're just doing a whole bunch of nonsense that you don't want to be a part of. You can travel down a very different road, whatever is meant for you. Now, I gotta mention, Capricorn, for some of you guys, and this isn't gonna apply to everybody, it could be my Capricorns who are traveling down this destructive road. So if this is you that's in this energy of that dark night of the soul and regrets, you haven't had your awakening, maybe that's why your person has detached from you. So it's time for you to really reevaluate why that is. Remove this mask and find that clarity that you need. Get rid of this confusion. Only you can put in the effort to make all of that happen. Okay, so however way it is presenting itself in your life. And then we've got the Lovers card coming through here. Gemini specifically for some of you. Romantic love, harmony, a harmonious relationship. But you know, the Lovers card is a card of choices and decisions. Which path are you willing to take? And your person has to ask themselves the same thing. Are they going to travel the road that's going to lead them back to you or take them further away from you? You both have choices here. You both have your own free will. How is it going to end up? And that's why I feel you guys are in different worlds right now. Other worlds, different times. Someday, perhaps you guys can work this out, but not until a cycle completes and not until whoever is in this energy gets themselves out of it and learns whatever lessons need to be learned here. That's what's coming through here, Capricorn. Interesting stuff. So let's add to this, guys. Let's see what else needs to come through. So let's grab some messages from the Journey of Love deck. Volume 1 and 2. I have combined both of these decks together. So let's take a look and see what comes through here. Angels and spirit guides for Capricorn for this bonus reading. First half of October, please. We've got number 13, if that means something to someone. I wish, fresh start. You see, they want a new beginning. They want a fresh start with you, Capricorn. And perhaps some of you guys want a fresh start with your person. This is quite interesting, this next card, separation. This time has taught me so much. Good. And that's why we have these profound lessons that are at hand. That's why it's there. Lessons that need to be learned. And it's up to both of you to learn them. So perhaps this is your person letting you know that since you guys have been apart, this time apart has taught them so much about their actions, who they are as a person, what they did wrong, what they did right, you know, and what they ultimately need to do in order to create movement here between the two of you. If they want you, if they love you, if they want to bring this back together, they know what it is that they need to do. And it starts with clarity. It starts with removing this mask and facing the reality of the situation. We have wholeness coming through. Number 10. I know we can do it. Okay? So perhaps they still believe that you guys can work this out. And it falls on you, perhaps, Capricorn. Do you believe the same thing? Or do you just not have the faith that you guys can work this out? Which again goes back towards following a very different pathway and other worlds where you guys are disconnecting. You're in one part of the world, they're in another part. But the attraction, it's still here. They're still drawn to you. I'm drawn to you uncontrollably, and they know this. Number 43. We've got numbers here, 13, 24, 10, and 43. So, you know, if any of these numbers mean anything to you, they're still drawn to you. There's also something about perhaps your sense of humor here, Capricorn, or theirs. Number 5, humor. I love how you can always make me laugh. You know, but there hasn't been a whole lot of things to laugh about lately. But you guys can bring that back. Look at this. Reconciliation. Number 25. It's time to unite and work together now. And that's the key, is to work together. Because this isn't going to work unless both people work at this equally. Look at these next two cards. Would you say yes? Okay. And marry me, wifey material. So this is what they're wanting, Capricorn, is long-term commitment by way of a proposal, by way of marriage, building a life with you. And maybe they're very insecure at this time, not quite knowing if you would say yes. And if you're the one that's going to be getting down on your knee, Capricorn, to ask this question, maybe you're insecure whether your person would absolutely accept and say yes to you. So the desire to come together and reconcile certainly is still here. Wow, guys. All right, so let's add to this. Let's see what else needs to come through. We're going to grab some insight from my Sugar and Spice Oracle. This contains some naughty messages. It's got nice messages. And it can also have a couple challenging scenarios in here. So let's take a look and see, Capricorn, what you're meant to have for this reading at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn for this bonus reading. First half of October. What else does Spirit need you to know? Okay. What we have is ice cream. And we have dragon fruit. Bottom of the deck is cherry. Okay. So what do we have here? Your person could also really love ice cream, or maybe Capricorn, you do. Come on, stop holding back. You know you gotta have me. You can't resist me. I can melt you with my charms, my smile, my sweet disposition. I'm pretty popular though, so you better scoop me up before someone else does. I'm just saying. Okay, so whoever you feel is coming through with that message. And, you know, this could be you too saying this to your person. It's like, look, I'm a catch. And if you don't realize that, someone else is going to scoop me up. So don't wait too long. And then we've got dragon fruit coming through. Don't compare me to anyone that came before me, because I'm unlike anyone else you've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I'm beautiful on the inside, but you'll never know that sweet side of me if I don't let you in. If you want access, you got to have patience. I'm so worth the wait. And again, I'm kind of feeling this, especially for my feminines. You might be saying this to your masculine here. It's like, you can't compare me to anyone else that you've gotten yourself entangled in through a third party or, other relationships that you've been in, that you're one of a kind. You're unlike anyone else that they've ever met. A beautiful person on the outside and on the inside. And if they want to be able to access who you truly are on the inside, this is you basically saying, I'm not going to let you in unless you're coming towards me correct. So you're going to have to put in the work into this relationship to have access back into my life and into my heart. And then we have Cherry coming through. You never know which version of me you're going to get because I'm not that predictable. Some days you may find I'm pretty wild. Eat me, bite me, lick me, savor my flavor. I can make you drool with pleasure. Careful, I could stain the sheets. Okay, so there's something very fiery and hot with this energy of the Cherry. Okay. So those intimate moments that you guys have shared with one another could have certainly been very passionate and magnetic. Clearly you guys are not together and they remember those times. They reminisce about it. They desire you still. And even though there's a part of you, Capricorn, that could certainly desire this person too, there's a part of you that's really focusing on yourself right now and putting yourself first. And if they want you, they're going to have to figure out a way to get rid of this confused energy, to do what's right here, to fix what's broken between the two of you and get rid of this energy of the Tower, to learn whatever lessons they've got to learn. If they want you, there's a choice that they need to make to improve who they are as a person, I feel. Okay. So let's add to this with the Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else do we need to know here for this connection? Angels and spirit guides. We have steps, okay? I've been hurt so many times by people, by love, by hopes and dreams that never came to be. I could stay where I'm comfortable, confined within my own walls, so I'll never hurt again. Or I can hand it over to a higher power, to the universe, to guide me to my next chapter. Baby steps. So if you resonate with this, Capricorn, for yourself, all the people that have hurt you in your life, the hopes and dreams that have been dashed as a result of experiences that have hurt you. And yes, we can stay confined in our little comfort zone, but you're not going to grow that way, And that's why I feel this is here to help you grow, to help you learn. Look at this next card here, guys. All right, this person for sure is coming through as your twin flame. Look at that. This is a twin flame connection that's being challenged right now, but you will forever be drawn to this person. This person's your twin. So it says here, you are my twin flame. You are the other half of my soul. No one else could ever come close to the type of intense spiritual connection that we are blessed to share. I'm honored that you are mine to explore this thing called life with. My life partner, my best friend, my soul spouse, my forever love. And they want to be able to bring this back together, Capricorn. And if you feel the same way, hopefully there will come a time, as it says, someday, for you guys to work this out so that you can be traveling on the same road. And then we've got peace. I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. I know we had to let each other go due to circumstances beyond our control, but I will never stop wanting you. Please don't stop hoping that someday we can find our way back to each other. You are my serenity. That's how they see you, Capricorn. You bring this person peace. But isn't it interesting? You bring them peace and they bring you destruction. So be mindful if they are to reach out to you with an offer to talk, to reconcile, to bring this back together, that you don't give your peace away to somebody that doesn't deserve it. Okay? Even if they are your twin. Put yourself first. Love yourself first. Follow your own path. And it's up to this person to do the work on themselves. And if there's a way for them to fix whatever's broken between the two of you, and that includes working on themselves, parts of themselves that are broken, that's what's going to help the situation between the two of you guys. And that is what's going to heal what's broken between the two of you. And last one, we have Rise coming through. Love has many colors. Sometimes it's gray when our heart has been broken. And sometimes you need to rise above the challenges to find clarity. Yes. To see the vibrancy of life and the love it brings us. Yes. Rise above the challenges. Get rid of this confusion. Find clarity. And your person, they have to put in the effort to rise above as well. It takes two people putting in that effort. Okay? All right, guys. So we're going to grab some dialogue here from the Soul Whispers deck. This is a deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So some of these messages could be coming from you, Capricorn, and some of these messages could be from your person. So let's take a look and see what needs to be expressed here at this time. It depends on where you're at, you know. Whoops. There's a fight in my head daily. And that's why they've got these regrets. That's why they've got this energy of confusion. That's why they're in this dark night of the soul vibe. They're fighting in their own head over what to do, over what to say, over how to heal, over how to learn. That's not your battle. That's theirs. I love you more than words could say. And we're not disputing that. This person is your twin flame. They care for you. They love you. But you know, there comes a time where you got to love yourself first. And they have to do the same. It's not enough to just say, I love you. They need to be able to prove it. And obviously there's a reason why we have entanglements, third parties, and this tower destruction right here. So now they're going to have to prove it. We have, I want to make love to you. Yep, we've already picked up off of that. That they still desire you for sure. That came through, especially here from this cherry card. You know, eat me, bite me, lick me. Those intimate moments, the sexual chemistry. That's the easy part of all this, the physical connection. But they have to work on the emotional aspect of things, you know? And look at this next message. I need time. And maybe you need time as well, Capricorn. What else, please? Who else needs to speak up here? Angels and spirit guides. I read all of your messages. Okay? This could apply to both of you. You know, maybe there are old text messages or emails that you guys sent each other. And when you miss them, when they miss you, you guys read through these messages. It either hurts or it either heals to look at these things. But it's all a part of the profound lessons, as it says, that are at hand here, that's helping you both to complete this cycle. And last message, look at this. I've looked up twin flames. Another reference to twin flames. So maybe your person feels it, but they just didn't know what it was. They do now. They do now. And I just happened to glance at this one. I've checked your profile, okay? So maybe you've had your suspicions that they're checking up on you on social media. They are. Okay, so that is what's coming through from the dialogue messages here, guys. So we're going to close this out with some final advice from your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and ancestors. This is a deck by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144, Universal Heart Oracle. All right, so let's add to this to wrap things up for your reading, Capricorn. You are being encouraged to express yourself creatively to bring about profound healing and a sense of harmony within your life. As you ignite your creative passions through the sacral chakra, you will achieve spiritual growth, a sense of achievement, and greater self-mastery. Your creative projects will enrich your life abundantly in all ways. I love it. Some of you guys, I feel, really needed to hear that. Next message. Spirit is aware that there are things within your life that have been disappointing recently. This is normal and happens to us all, but it's also an opportunity for you to do something about it. There are going to be exciting changes up ahead if you choose to stop staying stuck and waiting on other people to change. Be the change you wish to be, and we will bring in the people who are destined to walk with you on your path. Oh my freaking, look at this. I love that. And then we've got pathway. Remember, follow your own path. You do not need to follow another. Perfect message. Wow. And last one. Welcome surprises will be coming into your reality soon. Spirit has seen your struggles and wants to reward you for your dedication to your spiritual path. Many destined changes will now occur. These changes are divinely designed to bless you and put you on the correct path again. Unbelievable, Capricorn. These messages, truly, they're meant for you. For some of you guys that are really resonating with this, and you know it, that you're either traveling down a road that doesn't feel right, and you're meant to travel down a very different path. And that's a part of your lesson. Or, for the first time in your life, maybe, you know you're on the right path, that you're on the right track, finally. Trust your gut. Trust your angels, your spirit guides, your instincts, the universe. You're being directed onto the correct path that you are meant to travel at this point in time. Don't worry about your person. They've got their own path that they need to travel. Life will be leading you guys down different roads for now. But as this card says, somewhere down the line, you might ultimately have the opportunity to be traveling down that same road where you guys can make this work and figure things out to reconcile and really build that lifelong dream of being together through marriage, through having a home together, through having children someday, whatever the case may be, whatever your dreams are when it comes to this person, you'll be given that chance. But in the meantime, follow the path that you're meant to travel and do the work on yourself first. Let your person handle their business. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Lots of powerful messages coming through here today for you, Capricorn. So I do hope that this offered you guys some advice you could use at this time. And whoever needs a personal private reading, all that info is down below, guys. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.